Okay, back to this after a required break. It is now turned 16, and we are reaching probably close to a deciding point. So, over in Lexington, we have the Royal Welsh Fusiliers that are on the lead down the road. I think, is it the 4th foot? I can't remember. I'd have to check. It's deploying behind these rebels in a line, and the rest of the British column is proceeding forward to rescue Smith's column. They are coming up on the rear of the rebels. As you can see, emerging to the woods, we have the Grenadiers. Now, they had to make some tactical choices here. The Grenadiers, you see to the right, had to just push on through. They're not going to be able to shoot, and they're coming out, and they're going to go right into it. But it just seemed to take too long for them to go at a slower rate of speed. The Grenadiers to the left technically are going to be able to shoot at these rebels that they have encountered. The light infantry has scrambled back here into the woods to protect the rear of the army. Why did they do that? Why were they forced to do that? Because the rebels who moved first were basically surrounding them. And so they really didn't have much of a choice but to run into the woods. And at this point, get it from another angle. If they had stayed, well, let's just say it would not have been very good for them. So the choices were obvious. Now, one tactic I was able to use with the rebels, which I think they probably would have done under the circumstances, is you may remember that there were British light infantry, I think like here. On the other side, there were some American militiamen. They literally ran away, and they took a position behind another line because they would not want to be engaging in bayonet fights or going toe to toe with the British Army wherever possible. They would want to do it from a safer distance. And so they pulled off, and then instead of charging after them, the lights are forced to withdraw into the woods. So we're going to be, I should point out, all the Grenadiers are disordered as they're slugging through this woods. In just a moment, I'll be having everyone fire who can, and we'll see if it breaks anyone, because the British are starting to get a little strained. And let's go to that. Okay, so they did not quite get out of range, which means, but it's long range. I don't know how likely it is that it's going to have an impact, but they're shooting at each other. This group over here is also shooting at them, and then I am having the rest of this group here firing at them. Under the rule set, I don't know if you can divide fire, but I am a practical kind of guy. I don't think that these soldiers are going to be shooting at those soldiers. I think they're going to be shooting at them. And over here, we've got an exchange. I'm not expecting a lot of casualties, but we'll find out how the dice roll. Wow. Well, the rebels did pretty well. Oh my gosh. I mean, one thing to remember, the way this works, just if you are moving, if you are advancing, it's a negative modifier on fire. So that always is going to put the British at a bit of a disadvantage when they're, trying to get out of the place. But these guys took 2 more hits. And these guys really got pounded. They lost the stand. On the other side of the long-range shooting and sniping going back and forth, the lights were able to get a guy. They got a figure. But that's it. I'm expecting, because these are elite troops, that even though they lost the stand, they're probably not going to break morale. They're probably going to be fine. So I'm going to test them If they break, then I will come back. Otherwise, this will be the end of this particular video. Okay, they held. They did not. They rolled very poorly. They route 14 inches, which is going to take them running through the woods. It's going to take them over here. And under the rules of the scenario, when that happens, when they're basically retreating right into the enemy, they will surrender. So basically, this entire section of grenadiers will be taken prisoner by these rebel soldiers. So what does that leave the British with? We're down to 2 stands of grenadiers, although one of those stands has 3 hits, so it's basically 1 stand in a figure. And the light infantry is looking pretty sorry too. One section is down again. Well, both of them are down. 2 sections are down to a stand and a man. So it does look like there's not going to be a whole lot for Lord Percy to rescue at this point. But we'll see what happens.